Hello students, today I am continuing with English chapter 3 from your supplementary reader book Movements, and the name of the chapter is Ishwaran the Storyteller. Okay, here I am continuing with the third part of the chapter. If you all want, you can view the first and the second part for your reference. As I discussed yesterday, that he was still saying that he could see skulls and bones all over the ground whenever he walks, and he thought that this was a burial ground before. Let's begin. He went on to narrate how he sometimes saw ghosts at night. Okay, and then he started saying narrating the story about how he used to see ghosts at night. I am not easily frightened by these things, sir. I am a brave fellow. Okay, and then he said, tells Mahendra that I am not a very frightened fellow. I am a very brave one, and I don't get easily scared of all this. But one horrible ghost of a woman which appears off and on at midnight during the full moon. It is an ugly creature with matted hair and a shriveled face. Okay, so here this types that others are still okay, but this one particular woman who appears in front of me, she has this matted hair and shriveled face. Shriveled is wrinkled face, like a skeleton holding a fetus in his arm, and it's looks like a skeleton that is holding a fetus, means a very small developing baby in its arms. Mahendra shivered at the description and interrupted rather sharply. You are crazy, Ishwaran. There are no such things as ghosts and spirits. Okay, so Mahendra gets scared of his talks, and he says that you are crazy and there is nothing such kind of a thing existing. It is all a figment of our imagination. Get your digestive system examined, and maybe your head as well. Okay, he says that it is just our assumptions and presumptions, but something like this doesn't exist. You are talking nonsense. So you better get your stomach and your head checked. He left the room and retired for the night, expecting Ishwaran to scull for a couple of days. Okay, then he retired for the night, means he went to his room. But next morning he was surprised to find the cook as cheerful and as talkative as ever, and then he again sees him the same way. From that day on, Mahendra, for all his brave talk, went to bed with a certain unease. Okay, then after the time Ishwaran told him about these ghosts, then Mahendra would feel little uneasy every day before going to bed. Every night he peered into the darkness. Okay, and every night he would stare into the darkness out through the window next to his bed, trying to make sure that there was no movement of dark shapes in the vicinity. Okay, and then he was trying to observe that is there any movement of dark shapes into the vicinity, means into that area. But he could only see a sea of darkness with the twinkling lights of the factory miles away. But the only thing he could see was darkness with the twinkling lights of the factory that was situated far away. He had always liked to admire the milk white landscape on the full moon nights, but he always liked this full moon nights because the landscape appeared milk white. But after hearing Ishwaran's story of the female ghost, he avoided looking out of his window altogether when the moon was full. When the moon was full, okay, when he came to know this story, after that he stopped looking out of the window because of Ishwaran, even if it was full moon. One night Mahendra was woken up from his sleep by a low moan close to his window. Okay, then one day he was woken up by some, many a times we see these dogs moaning at night. They make this long sound. Yeah, so that is moaning. Make a long sound expressing displeasure or pleasure. Okay. At first, he put it down to a cat prowling around for mice. Then he thought that it was some cat. Prowling around means moving restlessly to catch the prey. But the sound was too guttural for a cat. Guttural means the sound produced in the throat, harsh sounding. He resisted the curiosity to look out, lest he should behold a sight which would stop his heart. Then he was all scared to look out of the window, and at the same time, he was curious also. He wanted to see what was going. But wailing became louder and less feline. Okay, wailing means this sound became louder and less feline. Feline is relating to cats or other members of the cat family. Wailing is cry with pain or anger. He could not resist the temptation any more. Lowering himself to the level of the windowsill, he looked out at the white sheet of moonlight outside. Okay, but he could not control himself anymore, so he finally went to the windowsill and looked out. There, not too far away, was a dark, cloudy form clutching a bundle. Mahendra broke into a cloud sweat and fell back on the pillow, panting. Okay, then he saw something. There was not too far away was a dark, cloudy form catching a bundle. As he gradually recovered from the gusty experience, he began to reason with himself. Okay, as soon as he gusty is causing horror or fear, and finally concluded that it must have been some sort of auto suggestion, some trick that his subconscious had played to him. He thought that he saw something, but then he was all scared, and when he went back to his bed, he was thinking that no, it's just that my subconscious is playing with me and I have not seen anything else. By the time he had got up in the morning, had a bath, and come out to have his breakfast, the horror of the previous night had faded from his memory. So, when it was morning, he forgot whatever he had thought last night. Ishwaran greeted him at the door with his lunch packed and his bag. Okay, so then when he came out of his room, he greeted him at the door with the lunch bag. Just as Mahendra was stepping out, Ishwaran grinned and said, "Sir, remember the other day when I was telling you about the female ghost with a fetus in its arm? You were so angry with me for imagining things." Okay, so he made him recollect the incident. "Well, you saw her yourself last night. I came hearing the sound of moaning that was coming from your room." Okay, so then this one says that you were shouting at me, but yesterday you would have believed because you have witnessed it yourself. As Iswaran could hear the moaning sound that was coming from his room, a chill went down Mahendra's spine. He did not wait for Ishwaran to complete his sentence. He hurried away to his office and handed in his newspaper, resolving to leave the haunted place the very next day. Okay, so then he got chill in went down in his spine means he got some sensation in his spine which was showing fear. And then Ishwaran he did means Mahendran did not wait for Ishwaran to complete his sentence, but he hurried away to his office and handed in his papers, resolving to leave. Means he decided to leave the haunted place the very next day. And that's the end of the chapter. I hope you all have understood. Thank you.